Just as his land begins to recover, powerful nobles move to crush him. And this time, failure means execution. Lloyd Frontera has done the impossible. A noble once hated by everyone has begun turning a dying estate into a functioning territory. Trade is moving, money is flowing, and for the first time, the people are watching him with hope. But success in this world is dangerous. Because when a nobody starts producing results, the powerful start paying attention. And the first people who notice him are not his allies. Word spreads fast, merchants talk, officials whisper. Nearby nobles begin questioning how a broke estate suddenly fixed its infrastructure and started generating income. To them, Lloyd's success doesn't feel natural. It feels like a threat, something that upsets the established order. It's one thing for a powerful family to succeed, but for the disgraced Frontera family to suddenly bounce back? Unacceptable. One noble in particular, smelling an opportunity to pounce, begins digging into Lloyd's finances. He's looking for any sign of corruption, any illegal activity, anything he can use to bring Lloyd down and maybe even seize his land. He sends spies, bribes officials, and scrutinizes every coin that comes in and out of the Frontera estate. But Lloyd anticipated this. He's not the foolish drunkard he used to be. Every contract is documented, every wage is paid on time and recorded. Every construction project has a clear, transparent budget. His economic data is so clean, so meticulously organized, it's practically unheard of. For the first time, a noble is being challenged. Not by power or influence, but by pure competence. And when investigation fails, intimidation begins. Lloyd is summoned. And this isn't a polite invitation for tea. It's an official summons from a regional authority, a clear power play designed to put him in his place. He's brought before a panel of his so-called peers who grill him about everything. Where did this sudden income come from? What are these strange new construction methods you're using? How are you gaining so much influence with the common folk? The goal is crystal clear. They want him scared. They want him to bow his head, admit he got lucky, and go back to being a useless footnote in their world. They expect him to crumble under the pressure. Instead, Lloyd calmly explains everything. He breaks down the costs, item by item. He details his new labor efficiency models, showing how he gets more work done with fewer resources. He lays out the simple, undeniable logic behind his infrastructure projects. What shocks everyone in the room isn't just his unshakable confidence, it's that nothing he says is wrong. There's no fraud, no conspiracy, no crime. He's simply better at his job than they are. And in their eyes, that makes him even more dangerous. But Lloyd knows surviving one inspection isn't enough. One victory won't keep the wolves at bay forever. He understands a harsh truth. One success can be dismissed as a fluke, as a stroke of luck. Two successes create suspicion, but a system creates inevitability. It creates results that are so consistent they can't be ignored or explained away. So he expands his vision. He's not just fixing problems anymore. He's building a foundation for the future. He reorganizes the labor force permanently, creating specialized teams and clear chains of command. He establishes maintenance cycles for the new roads and buildings, ensuring they won't fall into disrepair. He starts planning resource distribution months, even a year, in advance. This isn't improvisation anymore. It is the kind of long-term strategic planning you'd expect from a king building a nation, not a minor lord of a backwater territory. The villagers notice something strange, even when Lord Lloyd isn't physically present, shouting orders and demonstrating techniques. The work continues. It's smooth, efficient, and unstoppable. That's when they finally realize this lord isn't just working hard. He's redesigning their entire way of life from the ground up. And that's exactly when a serious threat appears on the horizon. A proposal arrives, sealed with the crest of a powerful and influential noble family. It's an offer of support. They'll provide funding to accelerate Lloyd's projects. They'll give him political cover, shielding him from the jealous eyes of other nobles. They'll even offer protection from his enemies. It sounds like the perfect deal, a lifeline for a small territory surrounded by predators. But the price is buried in the fine print, and it's steep. The price is control. Lloyd must surrender key decision-making powers. He has to report his finances, his plans, everything. This isn't help, it's a leash. It's a hostile takeover disguised as a friendly alliance. Everyone, including his own staff, expects Lloyd to accept. Refusal would be insane. It could mean total isolation, economic sanctions. Or worse, Lloyd reads the contract carefully, line by line. Then he smiles, and with a flick of his wrist, he rejects it. Because he knows something the powerful noble docent, short-term safety is the enemy of long-term freedom. That single decision turns Lloyd from a minor annoyance into a declared enemy. From this moment on, Lloyd's position changes dramatically. He is no longer an underestimated upstart. He is no longer ignored. He is now a target. His every move is watched. His projects are tested for weaknesses. His supply lines are targeted. The nobles who once just questioned him are now actively working against him, setting traps and trying to undermine his authority at every turn. But Lloyd isn't afraid. He expected this. Because while others rely on inherited authority and backroom deals, he relies on meticulous preparation. He begins planning not just for survival, but for expansion. He knows he can't just defend what he has. In this cutthroat world, the only way to stay safe is to grow too big, too strong, and too important to be crushed. The line in the sand has been drawn. Next episode. Lloyd faces open resistance, political traps, and a challenge designed to make him fail publicly. But once again, they are about to underestimate him. Episode 3 is coming next. Subscribe so you don't miss it.